would like to share with you an amazing recipe of my favorite cake, Napoleon. It's easy, 3 different layers, pre-made puff pastry, a crème pâtissière, berry filling. There is a golden rule: your oven should be preheated before you start to bake. Let's get started.
Before you start baking the pastry layers, I recommend preparing the berry filling and the cream in advance. For now, I'd like to focus on how I prepare and bake the pastry layers for my Napoleon cake. For this recipe, I'm using ready-made puff pastry from the supermarket. As you can see, I have divided the pastry into 2 equal pieces. Prick the pastry all over with a fork to prevent it from puffing up too much and to help it bake into nice, even layers. Just a reminder, preheat your oven to the temperature on the pastry packaging. Bake until golden. If the time given isn't enough, rely on the golden color, like you see in my layers. After baking, place the layers on a cooling rack so they cool evenly and don't drop moisture. Now we are making the crumb for decorating. Use the darkest layer or bake one slightly longer. Crumble it and add 50 to 100 grams of icing sugar, and that crumb will add sweetness and texture for finishing our cake. The next step is to prepare the berry filling. We'll need to whip it. The recipe for the filling is already on my YouTube channel, and you can find the link in the description below. This filling is optional, but it adds elegance. It blends sweetness with a gentle berry tartness, which is why I suggest this mix. Now I'm preparing the cream. The cream is a combination of crème pâtissière and butter, called mousseline cream. I'll link the recipe in the description. You can use just crème pâtissière, but with butter it's more stable. The next step is assembling the cake. I'll show you in detail how I spread the cream and filling between the layers. You'll see how I level the cake and use the crumb for decoration. I recommend layering it exactly as I demonstrate. The first layer with cream only, the second and third layer with both cream and filling, and the final layer covered with cream. Also pay attention to how I use the layers. I flip each layer upside down between the fillings. This creates a flatter surface so the cake won't sink inward. I'd also like to point out that when I place the second cake layer, I gently press it down so the layers stick together with the cream. In final step, we use the crumb to decorate the cake and smooth out the sides with a spatula. You can gather any crumb that falls while decorating.
When Napoleon is ready, please keep it in the fridge at least for 2 hours, better overnight, and you can enjoy it with coffee or tea.